Yo, we are back in After Effects, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to create this text effect right here. It looks so clean and it is pretty easy to do. So let's just get into After Effects and show you how to do this. So in my timeline you can see I have this clip right here which we're gonna add the effect on. It is shot by Eddie, so you can check him out, really dope guy. But anyways, in my timeline you can see I have a marker where I want like the text to come in like around here. So right over here I'm just gonna split the layer. Yours can be any time that you like. I recommend doing it around like the 808 hit or something like that, but just like Ctrl+Shift+D on a keyboard to like split the layer like that. And now you can just pre-comp this right here. So pre-comp, move all attributes into a new composition and hit OK. And right here just add an effect called time warp, and what it will do is create the slow-mo that we want. As you can see, it looks really hard. Before going more into the video, I just like to let you guys know about the Cyber Monday sale going on my site. It's a BOGO sale, that means buy one get one free. So if you add 2 packs in your cart, you will get 1 for free, and if you add 6 packs to your cart, you will get 3 for free. So it's a crazy offer. And not only that, on high demand, I also made all-in-one bundle. In that you'll get all of my pack, essential effects, 3D models, stakes, titles, all that good stuff, all of the pack that I have, and half of the price. So it's like 50% off. I really recommend not missing out on this offer because it's a steal for real. So I'll link my store down below so you can check it out. Back to the video, and you can set it to whatever value you like. I like to go with like 10 because it is like some extreme slow-mo type shit, and I like this more because it won't like create some distraction to our text. I guess around 10 you can do, and actually you can do it like free frame after your marker. So hit the stopwatch in the speed, and at the first where the cut happens you can just set it to 100. Goes from normal to slow-mo like that, so it's a little smoother like there. As you can see, you can even ease those keyframe right there. So after that, in your background clip you can add something like a tritone, and just in mid-tones just set it to like darker color, any dark color you can like. So I'm gonna just go with like a darker dark, like something like darker yellow or darker orange, something like this, maybe. Yeah, something like this. As you can see, now we can hit the stopwatch in blend with the original and set it to 100 at first, and go few frame forward again and just lower it down to 0. So it goes like that. As you can see, it pretty much looks like a GTA wasted sign. Now we're gonna start adding the text. So for that, just selecting your layer, right click on blank space. So just right click on blank space right here, go to new, and in text just hit that and just write whatever you want in here. I'm gonna just write the lyrics right here. So heart on lock, that's the lyrics that he's singing. So I'm just gonna write that and just like scale it up maybe, so something right there. Now we can see we have the text popping up. That's exactly what we want. But in here, to add some texture to your text, if you have Sapphire, I recommend adding like a Sapphire texture loop, I guess. Yeah, loops, texture loops, Sapphire texture loop right here. Add it on your clip and go over to where it says color 0. You can see this black right here. You can just set it to whatever color you like. For me, I'm just gonna go with something like orange. Maybe you can even saturate it a little more, but any color you like. Maybe I'm just gonna go with this. Now you have played through, you can see our like text has the loop and the texture going on there. I really love that right there. Now in here you can add like a glow. For the glow, I like to use deep glow and just bring up the radius and lower down the exposure a little and just hit on mold to remove the black right there. And you can see with the glow it even looks more better. And now you can also add like a drop shadow after the deep glow and bring up the distance and bring up the opacity, and you can also bring up the softness if you like, so something around like here. Yeah, that looks hard right there, but I guess my background is still too like bright. To fix that, what you can do is make a new solid in your composition. So solid right here, make sure the color is black and just hit OK, and then chop it up to your layer size. So something like this, and put it before your text layer. And now we can just toggle switches and modes, select that, and in blending mode just set it to overlay right there. Now you can bring up the opacity opacity of the layer by hitting T and just set it to 45% on the opacity, so it is not affecting it that much. So something right there. You can even make it fade in like we did, so animating the opacity simply. So something right there, as you can see. Now you can add some texture in your scene by just using like a lens overlay. So for that, you can see I have this like lens overlay right here, which I'm gonna link it down below if you want to check it out, but I'm just gonna drag it on my timeline and scale it up for now, so around like here. And now to overlay that, just go over to blending mode and just set it to screen right there. And you can also trim it and lower down the opacity for sure. Then you can add like a tritone with it on like the layer and just like customize the color right here. So I'm gonna just go with the orange on the text that we did, so something right there. And now hit the stopwatch in the opacity and just like animate that as well to like fade in like there. But I really think the drop shadow on my text is too much, so I'm gonna lower it down and bring up the radius on my glow and bring up the exposure as well. Maybe you can also play around with the color if you like, so I'm gonna make it a little something like this. And I think I'm just gonna play with the tritone midtones as well, just making it a little like the scene that we want. Now I think we are pretty much done, so I'm just gonna select all of these layers, all of my like these solid text and lens dirt, and just pre-comp these right here. So pre-comp, and after the pre-comp, what you can do is make a zoom in there. Just bring up the scale by hitting S and hit the stopwatch in the scale, put the false keyframe around the end and just bring up the scale at the first, so around like 300 or maybe something right there. Nah, 300 will be too much, maybe like 200. Then you can easy ease those keyframes, go over to graph, make sure you're in value graph and make a graph like this in here. So something like this, as you can see on the graph, or maybe a little tighter. I don't even know, bro. And you can also turn on the motion blur right there. And one more quick thing you can do is like add like a adjustment layer on top of your clip, trim it, and just add like a wiggle. Position in here, you can see a preset. It is like a default preset with After Effects, but you can just add it right there and it will give you some like natural looking wiggles on a scene. You can play around with the amount and the frequency if you like, maybe set it to 2, something like that, as you can see. Now back selecting my pre-comp, you can add like chromatic aberration if you like in there, if you have universe, and play around with the settings a little, distortion amount and all that good stuff. And now go to the radial blur and just lower it down a little, so we get it a little low. And then to add some sharpness in there, you can add like a effect called sharpen. So sharpen right here and just bring up the sharpen amount here, so as much you like. You can go with like 100 or something. Then lastly, now to top off our effect, I'll be using my essential effects to add some wiggle. So I'm just gonna create a new adjustment layer real quick and go to my effects and presets, and in my preset pack right here you can see essential effects and transition V1. I'm gonna use a sim best wiggle right here and just trim it to that clip only. And after just adding that preset right there, you can see we have this like really cool wiggle going on our scene that looks so cool. So if you want to download this preset pack and get 40 more of these presets like similar to these, I'll link it in the description. My essential effects, you already know, it is like really dope. Has all the presets that I use on all of my music video. Really can like help you out and also like speed up your editing process. I will link it in the description, you can grab it from there. But anyways, with that, our final effect looks something like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, because I keep constantly dropping these type of sauce in my channel, so I would really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram and do all that good stuff, and I'ma see you on the next one. Peace.